Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I will be replacing the CV axle on the right passenger side on a w218 chassis. I will include E63, CLS, S 550, S63, pretty much majority of the 4MATIC Mercedes as well. The ones that have the front diff that goes through the oil pan with the intermediate shaft and the bearing and etc. So my boot is a little bit worn, and to do just the boot job, I found the CV axle. I'm not gonna say anything about the CV axle right now. The reason for I'm gonna go ahead and test it. How's it gonna work? How's it gonna perform? And then I will put some little update after probably a month or so. If I have any issues with that, and if I will, I'll definitely give my review about that CV axle. It's not free. I bought it, I purchased it. It's aftermarket, just really cheap price. And I said, for $900 original, I can buy 5 of those, if that's gonna work. So stay with me, and as always, like, comment, share. Please let me know what you like about it, what you like to see more or less in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to help. All right, thank you everybody for watching, and I hope those videos really help somebody. That's the goal of that, all what I'm doing. It's pretty much my documentation and my way of how I'm doing stuff on my car. And of course, if it can save some people money, because parts are ridiculously expensive, and the service is not so hard. It's pretty DIY friendly, all those cars, majority of the stuff that I'm doing here on my channel. So thank you so much again, and let's get to work. All right, so today video gonna be about replacing the front passenger side CV axle. The boot start to show somewhere. I don't want to replace just the boot. I'm gonna replace the whole axle, and replacing the fluid in the transfer case. Some people will call it transfer case, some people will call it the front differential. It is a front differential because it's giving power to the front wheels through the transfer case that sit on the back of the transmission, and the drive shaft, the small drive shaft that goes to that front diff. Okay, so I don't know, you can call it whatever you like. The fluid is gonna be using what I found. It's 75/90 gear oil. It's not the same as the transmission oil that goes inside the trainee 7.9 G-tronic, the blue one. This is gonna be regular gear oil, which is really not recommended, or there is nothing to find in the Mercedes MB websites about it, servicing that actual diff, the front diff. Right here, you take the metal cap off, then you're gonna have that E24. You take it out, loosen up, and then I'm gonna take the shock 2 bolts off. Try to minimize as much as possible, and probably gonna have to drop the sway bar lingo from the top, so it's not gonna create an extra pressure. So it's gonna be really easy to set a new level for the correct level for the front diff. The fill-up plug is the same as the drain plug. And when you have the car leveled on the jack stands, in the same level, front, rear, when you take the CV axle out and you fill it up, as soon as it starts to come out through the CV axle hole, that's pretty much when it's leveled. Okay, usually this will take from 550 to 650 milligrams. It depends how much you have left in the pump or injector or the syringe, and that's pretty much it. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so the progress. It's very easy. I found that it's very easy to work with that kind of little jack. Why? if you want to release the shock bolts right here, it's one of them will come out really fairly easy. The second one will be will have the pressure of that whole spindle, the caliper, the brake rotor, and etc. weight on it. On top of it, you don't want to stress out the control arms, you know, the lower, upper, and the steering tie-end rod, and of course the sensor for the level of the lights. This is the front one for the lights level. You just jack it up or loosen up for the position that you needed with that little jack, and it's very convenient to leave it on it as well. Now, you know, set it up so it's not gonna bend the dust shield, the heat shield. So the sway bar is out. The 24 for the CV axle is out. 2 bolts, what is that? E18 and 21 on the other side. Those are out. So the CV axle now. When you're gonna pop the CV axle, make sure you have a little pen right there, because you're gonna get a spill from the front diff, which we're gonna replace. The fluid as well, I'm gonna replace. So now the CV axle is pretty much free. You just need to, it's free from here up front. You don't need to drop the control arm, so etc. Just those 2 bolts. Obviously, it's good thing to take the car to the alignment after that. After that kind of job. Now we're gonna go under and pry the CV axle from the front diff out, because there is a retainer clip on the end, and when I'm gonna take it out, I'm gonna show you. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so I'm here under the car, and right over there, that's the transfer case. I have the drain plug leading here, or the front diff. That's our CV axle, we're following it. So right here is the connection. How to pop it out? It's a very limited space. So what you do, you just stick a pry bar, or in my case, it was a long screwdriver, and you twist the screwdriver like you about to open the bolt or a screw. That's not prying it out and trying to, you know, push it out. No, just twist the screwdriver and it's gonna open it. Okay, it's gonna take the retainer clip and come out fairly easy. All right, so that's the CV axle, new one. Okay, and I drained the oil from that transfer case. You can see, I mean, the smell, it's obviously gear oil, it's pretty bad, but I mean, it is gone long ago. Just in case, that's supposed to be like dark brown oil. Now on top of it, I don't see anything that says Mercedes on the one that I pull out. So I would assume that doesn't look OEM definitely to me, or maybe that's the way how the factory makes them. It just stinks. Oh my god, that oil is super bad. And yeah, she's very free compared to the other one. Well, this one is still in the bag, but it is free, but not like the other one. I don't know. So the boot, what I'm talking about, the boot, right over here, all those pieces, and I don't want to wait for it to rip, you know, because that's pretty much like, yeah, it's getting there. So, and on top of it, I was having slightly vibration, so I would assume, I don't know, I got a really good deal, so let's see. So that's look about less than the quart, 650 maybe. I'm gonna measure it, and I'm gonna put exactly what I have, just maybe 100 milligrams over. Okay, so I'm using something like that. It's a little pump, comes with that little attachment. I mean, you can use any siphon pump that costs like $10, $5. This cost me $5. So that's how much oil I got out of it, 500 milligram. And of course there was a little bit in the pan, maybe another 50 or 100, so I would say 600 milligram was inside here. Now I'm gonna pump it to the point where I'm gonna pump it through that as well. So that's why I have that little extension. I'm just gonna put that little tube into the front diff from the axle, and I'm gonna fill it up and wait until it's gonna come out, and that's pretty much level set. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so if you see right inside where is my filling tube, you can see there is, let me try to zoom in maybe. You can see the oil right there, the level fluctuating, so it's right under those gears. Now obviously something gonna come out a little bit. Because it's still in the pump. So we right there, we are set with the oil level, perfect, and not a hard job, pretty easy to pump it through here. From the bottom, of course, it's not gonna be so easy. Just in case, this Valvoline 75W90 full synthetic gear oil did cost me like $15. The CV axle cost me about $75. So all that job, and the pump of course cost me like $5 plus tax, everything. So all the job around $100 bucks. Okay, instead of I don't know, 1,000 something. I do see that it's pretty dirty inside there, so I might gonna do another change after some 1,000 miles maybe, when it's gonna get all cleaned up from here, all that gunk. All right, let's continue putting the CV axle back, and that's gonna call it a day. So what you actually do, you kind of play with it left and right here, and then you're basically hammering that part into the other part inside. So basically the shaft itself into the belt. So that's the way how you're gonna get it fully seated all the way against the diff, and of course that the seal right there. So then connect everything back, the shock, sway bar link, the level adjustment link. It's good to lubricate those, put a little grease right here, so you're gonna help it not to be stuck in one position from all the water and sand and everything. And of course the bolt back right here, it does come with a new bolt, but the new bolt a little bit longer than the one that was here before, so I'm not sure exactly if I'm gonna use the new bolt. I doubt it got stretched too much. So here we go. I'll start to assemble it, and I will show you after how does it look. Okay, now the CV axle is guided in, and small another trick, when you're putting those two bolts right over here, you can play with it a little bit if you need that camber to be in and out. So that little game right here, this way or the other way, will reduce a lot from the tire wear. Usually all those are camber out. So if you want to bring it a little bit in, that's when you lock in everything, when you're tightening everything, you can have that few millimeters, which is gonna be really making a lot of adjustment to you in the alignment rock. Okay, and obviously reducing from your tire wear. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so the bolt is back. For the CV axle, the cap is back. Sway bar link is tight. 2 bolts right here with a little tilt to the outside is back. Brake wear sensor plus speed sensor for the ABS plus the shock sensor are all wired back. This little linkage for the headlight adjustment is, for the headlight height adjustment, is been greased up. And the most important, the fluid in the front diff was replaced as well. It's smelly, super bad. Usually that oil is very smelly, but when it's go really bad, it starts to smell even more. So I need to air out the garage right here. So that's all for today. I see I got a little bubble right here. I don't know why. Okay, now we see why. Okay. All right, so that's gonna be it for today, for that video. Thank you everyone for watching. Please comment, let me know what you guys think. Share any questions, feel free to ask. And of course subscribe so I can make more of those videos. The main idea is to documentate everything, like I said, and help and really give somebody that extra stuff that he got stuck with, or like to fill it up, the front diff transfer case, from where fill it up, how much to level it, how much should go inside. So it's approximately 600 milligram should be in there. I did have a slight leak, so so inside right here is 946 milligram in that valvoline bag. As you see right here. One second. So I have left inside the hose still some of the fluid. I got left some of the fluid, sorry. And inside it's approximately something on the bottom right here. So it's around 650 milligrams got filled in. That's the little pump that I use. Just about 2 minutes and you're done. Not so hard to pump it. That's all. Thank you so much again. Let me know what you guys think. Have a good one. Bye.